Today we've come to the Cocking Limeworks in West Sussex. Now I've heard the name of this place be pronounced both as Cocking and Coking, however due to our severe immaturity we will be referring to it as Cocking, as in Cocking Nora! That's a big abandoned limeworks!
Lime working in the area can be traced back to at least 1715, where contemporary documents refer to 2 isolated lime kilns being in use, and it's from there that the site expanded, eventually coming to cover a large expanse of land, with numerous buildings and machinery used in the excavation and processing of limestone, which primarily went on to be used in the manufacturing of Midhurst White bricks, as well as for agricultural purposes.
Now, as you can imagine, a site such as this certainly wasn't one of the safest places to work, especially going back to the 17 and 1800s with minimal attention to health and safety and long working hours. However, despite this, we've only been able to find one confirmed death that took place here, and this occurred on the 18th September 1833. It was on this date that an earthquake hit West Sussex, killing a man who was working in the quarry at the time named William Marshall. Now, as well as this, there is also evidence on the 1861 census that a tramp named James Bennett was actually living in one of the lime kilns. And the rumour goes, although we've not found any hard proof to back this up, that one morning whilst he's asleep, the workers arrived to start their day and fired up one of the kilns, killing him instantly. Now, it'll be interesting, I think, if we can try and centre some of our investigation around this particular legend and see if there's any truth to it.
In 1993, the Dudman Group of companies acquired the site, which they owned until it ceased operation in 1999, and since then the works have remained abandoned, slowly being reclaimed by nature. The site in recent years has become a popular place for urban explorers to visit, and it's during that time that rumours of a haunting of the works have sprung up.
Now, it seems strange that a place with 1, potentially 2 confirmed deaths would be haunted, and previous paranormal investigators and local legend says that William Marshall, the man who died in the earthquake, does actually haunt this area. However, I think that a lot of places, it's just the continued human use. We leave somewhat of a residue trail wherever we go, and places where there's a lot of work going on, people are coming to work for hundreds of years. Does this energy build up in these buildings and on the land? And is this what people are experiencing when they come here and claim to have experienced paranormal events?
This is a bit of a strange investigation, or strange location for one, because it's the most probably like heavily industrial place that we've done an investigation.
It's amazing, because I've never seen anything like this ever, like not even working.
Yeah.
So the fact that we've got the opportunity to see it before it completely gets, demolished or ruined or whatever, it's insane.
I know you've already said about there being like ghost reports or the stories that could link to there being paranormal activity here. But from the walk around so far, I think just because it's daytime, obviously I'm not feeling much going around. The only place that I've felt sort of something so far has been down in the back buildings. It felt like there was this one little room that's off in one of the warehouses over the back that had a bit of like a eerie vibe to it. But
well, me and Sophie haven't been in there, so it'll be interesting if we can tell you what building it is tonight when we come back.
The bit of the building.
Yeah, if we can locate it for you and say this is a weird bit, because we've got no idea where that is.
Yeah, but yeah, overall it's we'll have to see how this one goes. It could be a very quiet night, which I think it could be, or we could have some surprises, so we'll look forward to seeing what happens.
So we're going to begin the investigation now. We're starting up at the moment, basically the start of the processing plant. So we thought we'll take a walk through, go to different areas, see if we feel anything, see if we can interact with anyone or anything that might be here. We'll make our way around the site. Now it is still daylight, but we're filming this in the middle of summer. I think we're coming up to 9 o'clock now.
Yeah, it's 5 to when I last checked.
So it's like we might as well get the investigation underway. I always think you can experience stuff in daylight as well as in the dark, so...
There are some dark areas here as well.
Yeah, it's not completely all out in the sunlight, but we might as well get going. And it's something different as well, investigating during daylight. You know, it'll be interesting to see how the place changes as it gets darker. Will we start seeing more things in terms of mistaking weird-looking trees and structures as shadow figures? But I think it'll be interesting to start in daylight and move forward and see how it goes. Actually, one thing, I don't know how well it conveys over to the camera, but the gradient of the places here, like some parts, like at the moment we're right at the top of it and there's a huge drop down there, and then there's other areas where, you know, it's all really thin sheet metal holding it up, so it's a bit of a structurally dodgy place.
It's hard to get a proper idea of the distance down areas like that, because through the camera it doesn't look too bad, but in person that's like about 50-60 foot, I think. So this bit in here didn't feel too bad earlier. It's a little bit weirder, but I think it's because it's getting dark.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing of starting the investigation daylight. It's going to be, we can actually see where things are at the moment. You turn up when it's dark, it's like you're completely blind straight away. You've got no, nothing to base anything off. Is there anybody here at the cocking line works? There's that big bang then, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So this is the problem we're going to have all night, is this, the entire place.
And it's cooling down.
Yeah, it's like in the day there was this stuff moving. Like we're in the warehouse bit downstairs, you can hear the metal, corrugated metal, like going gong, 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 on the wall.
Yeah, any sounds of footsteps or any kind of movement is going to be quite hard to debug.
It would have to be pretty significant. Like if it was walking, it has to be like walking on the floor, not just like a knock or something.
Is there anybody that used to work here? Any workers?
Luke, you got your phone off as well?
Yeah. There's an instrument, a device I'm holding in my hand at the moment. Can you come towards that, please? You're able to bring your energy around it, try and get some interaction with it. Something we might be able to communicate with you through. Was there any other sign you can give us if there's someone here? I know in the last few years there's been a few people that have come and visited this place. Explorers. The year now is 2022. So this place has been shut for getting on for 30 years.
With no activity occurring, we spent some time around the kilns, where it's rumoured James Bennett, a tramp who used to reside within one of the kilns, lost his life. But again, all remained very quiet, so we continued on to an area that James felt was quite eerie earlier on during the day.
That's the sort of noises to expect here.
There's your souvenir, chap.
Screws.
Is there anybody in here? Anybody still working? It's Friday, it's knock-off time. Get yourself down the pub.
Oh, it dripped on my head.
This feels a bit spooky, but it's like it's pitch black, so
This is the bit.
Oh, this is the bit, is it?
I
Yeah.
didn't come in here earlier, so I didn't know the wings. I didn't know what it was.
This is the bit I was saying to Luke earlier. Felt really spooky.
I don't know if it's because it's pitch black though.
Maybe.
Is there anybody in here? Got a device in my hand. Can you try and interact with that? Reach out and touch it. Bring your energy around it. It's going to let us know you're here. It's going to start some kind of communication between us. Anything at all you can do. Could you show yourself?
Just hundreds of screws or bolts. Literally all the way around.
There's a chain of rusted up there as well.
Huh?
Chain all rusted up.
That's strange.
Still, with nothing happening, we decided to change our approach to the investigation and sit in one of the buildings for a while and wait for something to happen.
Any workers in here with us?
A lot of traffic sounds as well. Can you speak to us, please? Or that device we've placed on the floor there, if you can move around that. Maybe knock it over. Yeah, probably loads of pigeons and squirrels and stuff here, I'd imagine.
That's another problem. It's like they are animals.
Yeah.
Like I said before, it's like a good place, and you just like you know off the bat that it's.
Yeah. I mean, in all fairness, when we first got here, I remember you saying that, like, you didn't feel anything. Both of you said that you didn't feel anything, but as cool of a place it is to explore, it was probably more of a place to explore rather than investigate.
Yeah. Because when you look at other people's visits and stuff, a lot of their, sightings or noises or whatever are explainable.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in an offensive way, but like, it is. It's explainable,
Yeah.
Like,
What you have to do is like, just the sake of what the place is, adds in so many issues with trying to do any investigation. Because you've got the sound of cars driving past, you've got animals running around,
yeah.
you've got the buildings old and making noises anyway. So, and stuff like that. That's from the cars over there.
Got the lights flashing.
Yeah. Which could be detected by a camera and then,
Well, it's even when we got here, you said about setting up. Am I setting up any locked off cameras? And like, can you imagine trying to go through the footage with locked off cameras here and working out what the sounds are, what the lights are, if they're anything weird or if they're just explainable? It'd literally be impossible to validate anything.
We're so active with just other stuff. It'd be like trying to investigate a nightclub on it, right?
that's a good way to explain it. It's like trying to investigate a nightclub while it's open.
There's too much pollution going on.
Didn't realise you were an activist, James. But no, you're right. You've got, lots of traffic, even at 10 o'clock at night. I know it's a Friday, but lots of traffic. You've got the forests, you've got all types of birds.
Well, it doesn't help that
land
this
animals.
building is one of the main buildings, and this is probably the worst one for all that stuff. The other one, the one over there that we went to, that seems like it could be potentially quite a good one, but again, it's right next to the road. And it's got all the problems. Of the
Because
rest of
it's
this.
metal, when it cools down in the evening, it makes noise. And we
And
know
it's been
that.
a hot day as well.
Yeah, we know that for a fact when we've been to other places with that sort of material.
Okay, that's a bit spookier now.
Yeah.
Coming back here. Careful of that glass all over the floor.
I say that, but even then, it's like.
Shit! Are you right? Are you right?
What happened?
Oh, mate, hang on.
What happened?
Oh, right down that.
Are you alright,
Yeah.
No blood?
I don't know, I fucked the shit up, I think.
Right, get yourself out of it. And then,
You're right, walking.
Oh,
Okay.
right, get yourself on the tyre, sit over there, and take your
Take a
boot off and
breather.
have a look.
yeah, I'll be alright.
You're covered in shit.
Just sit down. Take your shoe off. I've got plenty of bandages and
That's alright.
stuff in the car.
You just whack it.
That's it, fine.
That's not very nice.
Oh, cheers, thanks a lot.
No, because I've got to drive home, you know.
Oh,
Although if it was my left leg, I would mad.
I don't think I
Wait,
broke.
is it your left leg? You
Yeah.
can still drive then.
Yeah, alright.
Automatic, innit? It's fine.
It's my smart jeans as well. Fucking hell, that hurt.
Are you okay though? Like, don't have to be a man about it. Like,
You do.
if you're in pain, you can.
Remember, this is on video, Luke.
Fine. Yeah, no, I think it's going to leave a big old bruise, but I think I'm alright. It's not broken.
Alright, are you alright to walk?
Yeah. Soldier on. I can't believe that.
Did you just miss the step?
No, I didn't walk round this way. I just walked straight through there. I couldn't see anything because I was looking at my camera.
Is the camera all right?
Yeah, I think that saves the camera.
Threw the camera to safety and fell down the hole.
Just talking.
I can't believe that.
Second time falling down a hole.
Yeah, but I didn't make that one. Yeah, if there is anyone here with a sense of humour, I'm sure you'd have enjoyed that. It's giving you something to chuckle about. Can you move towards that box we put down, please? That little aerial sticking out of it, if you can touch that.
Did you hear that over there?
Over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I don't...
No, over there. On the camera.
Is that something knocked the table?
No?
Something literally just went, like, I can't even do it.
I heard it.
It's four really quick.
I heard it.
It was like that.
Is there someone knocking over here? Should you make that noise again, please? Yeah, I heard that, but again, what was it? Yeah.
Because there was that knock over there.
Yeah.
I guess also here we're right in front of where the kilns are as well. Well, not right in front, but we're near the entrance to the kilns.
Should I try EVP again?
Yeah, try calling to the person who died in the thingy.
James Marshall, are you here? We heard that you live in the kilns here. You like to sleep in there. Suppose it keeps you out of the rain and the weather. We also heard a story, we don't know if it's true, that one morning the kilns were fired up with you still in there.
and that you never made it out.
What do you reckon that was?
It sounds like water dripping.
I keep hearing dripping over there,
Yeah.
but that one sounded quite like
Yeah.
forceful.
Keep talking.
I don't know. It was just
After a few hours of investigating, we decided to call it a night. We obviously can't say with certainty that there's nothing strange occurring at the old limeworks. However, during our time there, we neither felt nor documented anything out of the ordinary, and it proved to be a very challenging investigation, met with unsafe structures and an overwhelming amount of natural noise pollution from the creaking of old buildings to the busy road nearby. Overall though, it was a very interesting place to explore, and unlike anywhere else we had investigated previously.